Hey folks, we are live. It is Friday, February 23rd. The time is 9 p.m. exactly. Hey, look at me starting my stream exactly at the moment I had scheduled it for. And the temperature is kind of shockingly minus 6 degrees Celsius. It was a rather nice afternoon, I think, getting as high as 10 degrees. And I got a cold weather alert on my phone saying it might drop quite a bit. And it appears to be what has happened. Wesley is here. Eva. Daniel plays Roblox. My YouTube account, Mark Lang, Yogi, Cam. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Let me turn my camera around there. I am freezing my buns off. I'm going to throw some gloves on. And we'll get moving in a second. We are here, believe it or not, in the city of Markham. This is Young and Steele's right ahead. Brad Palmer, Jeanette, Christina, Pokerfan, Cam, Credence, Jeff from Travel Fund 69 says minus 13 soon. Jeez. I should have not procrastinated this stream and done it earlier when I planned. Oh well, I came up to North York tonight and made a video. And I thought if I'm up to it, we'll do a stream. And I wasn't really up to it, but we're doing a stream anyways. Good to see you here, Jeff. You know what it's like to get out and stream in not so amazing conditions. But I was up here recording an event that I've been meaning to record for a while, and we might catch it. I think next Friday I'll get out and do some downtown nightlife. It's been a while since I've recorded that, but there was something else on the agenda for tonight. Hey, we've got a moon sighting. So what we're gonna do is mosey on down into Willowdale. This probably won't be the longest stream I've ever done. Maybe we'll get to Shepherd Young. Also, pretty consistently with the streaming setup, the stream has been hiccuping around the 12-minute mark. So if things stop for a second, just give me a second to kickstart it. Vivian Johnson is here. Mark D, thanks for tuning in. And there is the doomed Centerpoint Mall. That'll be being fully redeveloped. Things will get a lot more lively on the street when we get south of Yonge and Finch. But since I was up here anyways, I debated going downtown and doing a stream from there tonight, but laziness prevailed. There's a Starbucks. There's plans for a 50-story building here. Credence had an Airbnb here back in August. I'm glad I brought my gloves tonight. So we're going back to the scene where I was when we broke 100,000 subscribers on a live stream back in December. Man, that feels like an eternity ago. I'm not seeing any buffering, are you guys? Although I normally lower the quality of my preview stream. Let me just do that. 1 second. Jacques, welcome to Silver Tier membership. Jacques, thank you so much for the support. Welcome to Silver Tier. I still need to get out the members video for the month. Devin says stable as a table. What if that table has a wobbly ass leg? It's extra annoying every time I stop to do something. I have to take the gloves off. That BKK is great. Eat Kitchen Bar. BKK is short form for Suvarnabhumi Airport in Bangkok. And we are at 223 viewers already. Thank you guys. Just a friendly reminder to like, subscribe, hit the bell and all that jazz. It helps with the algorithm. Also, I kind of live stream sporadically. That way you'll be notified when I do. Vivian says, hello, Johnny Boss, sir. I could say boss to you. There's a 53 bus. I rode the 53 bus up to this part. So I do have a video locked and loaded for tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. EST. If you want to join in with the chat, it's kind of short. It's a little, I think it's around 20 minutes. And with the video I recorded up here tonight, 4 of my next 5 videos are not from downtown or Midtown or even the old city of Toronto. We've got Etobicoke, Scarborough, and North York. No, East York. There's a bus that, as of the 24th of February, which I guess is tomorrow, you will be able to transfer freely between different bus agencies across the GTA. So if you're in Mississauga and you have to pay an extra fare every time you come into Toronto, as long as you're within a 2-hour window from when you first tapped on, you'll no longer have to pay that extra fare. Toby Spunt, is that your real name? Thank you. I ran into a viewer down at Mel Lastman Square earlier tonight. Well, not so much a viewer as the husband of a viewer. Ryama Kanata, 800 Japanese yen. Holy crap. Arigato, thank you so much for the 800 Japanese yen. May the force be with you always. I have a feeling it's kind of a quiet night on the streets everywhere tonight in the city. I kind of thought about going down near the clubbing district, but figured it might be quiet due to the coldness, although certainly not this quiet. Did I have dinner yet? Asks Gertej. I had a smoothie around 6:30 p.m. Otto just moved to Bathurst and Steeles. You love it here so far. Awesome. Glad you're enjoying it. Well, we are entering what I have dubbed the currency exchange district. Lisa is here. Am I wearing leggings? I am wearing blue jeans. But yes, I do have what we affectionately call long johns on. I see a lot of 53 Steeles buses, but not so many 60s. I figured the 60 West would be the more popular of the two routes. So the plan, at least, is to make my way down to Shepherd Young. But if I get to Mel Lastman Square before 10, we could at least take a peek at the Light Festival. I may or may not have been recording that one in HDR before I fired up this live stream. Devin says so much concrete. So many strip malls. They're extending the subway north up Yonge. It'll be interesting to see how this area changes. Jellybean had Popeyes on Spadina today. I thought about trying out the new Popeyes at Yonge and Eglinton. But when I did, I had some Mickey D's instead. Oh boy, the nose has started to run. We are up for good times. There's a really awesome Korean cafe on the west side called Lunar. That Coffee Lunar over there, next to the Pizza Maru. A Korean pizza joint next to Katsuya, a donkasu restaurant. Greetings, Steve Grant. Oh, we made it over the 12-minute mark without the usual connection hiccup. There's another donkasu restaurant underground Donkatsu, original Korean Donkatsu house. Eriko says that Korean cafes resembling the style of the cafes in Gangnam. It was 12 or 10 months ago I was in Gangnam making a walking video right before I met my friends for some cheese dakgalbi. It was a Dodge Challenger challenging the speed limit. Be a skyscraper there. I would imagine the Willowdale high-rise corridor would eventually extend north up to Steeles. I am firmly in the camp that it's silly that they're not going to go ahead with the subway station at Cummer. I know Reese from RM Transit would disagree with me, but I think it's just way too long of a walk between Steeles and Finch. North York Center makes sense. So does the Young Cummer Station. Gui Gui. Korean barbecue skewers. I was thinking of going to Gayubi tomorrow night and having some all-you-can-eat Japanese barbecue. But we're at the intersection of Yonge and Cummer. Well, there's a proposed but not approved subway stop. The subway extension is approved. And I guess you could make the case that this is kind of close to the north entrance to Finch. But I think for some people that's just too far from Steeles down here to the next closest stop. There's so much good food in this area. There is. It gets even better once you get around Finch. I personally, if I'm in the mood for Korean, prefer Christie. I think Koreatown has a better vibe to it. You don't have this massive Strode running through it. But strictly for food, both areas are pretty fantastic. And sadly, here's where there used to be a Bolorama. And there's a big supermarket here. Now it is condos. I'd be the weirdest mayor ever. Build, build, build. Oh no, that's a bowling alley. That's got to stay. Tomorrow the Jays play their first spring training game, correct. Fast love that Bullarama. Yeah, sadly, the other Bullarama over on Dundas West in Etobicoke closed down to make way for a condo. Also in common, Centerpoint Mall, which is close to that Bullarama here, is up for redevelopment, and Cloverdale Mall, which is close to that other Bullarama, is up for redevelopment. Here's some parallels. Hey, Tout Le Jour. That's a bakery I used to go to in Korea. Them and Paris Baguette. There's an H Mart moving in. There used to be a Food Basics there, like a full-size supermarket. Oh, this looks like a big H Mart. That looks like a full-size supermarket, pretty much. There's one called the Galleria in the opposite direction. All right, I think we will get to Mount Lastman Square while the lights are still on. No exit. Matt wonders what the largest bowling center in the GTA is. There's a few big ones. Classic Bowl in Mississauga is pretty big. Planet Bowl near Centennial. There's one near Orphis Road that's pretty big. I think that one's a Playtime. Gio Huang asking where we are. We are just north of Willowdale in a part of town called Newtonbrook. Walking south down Yonge Street. Unfortunately, we've dodged the connection gremlins. And we're at over 370 viewers. Thank you. Kevin K. Gifted one Johnny Strides channel member. And Matt Bros. You are the lucky or not so lucky, depending on how you see things, recipient. Kevin K, thank you so much for gifting the channel membership. And Matt Bros, welcome to the ranks of Silver Tier channel membership. If you're wondering what the heck that is or what that gets you one monthly rant from me. I do a channel update. I also tend to reveal things like vacation destinations before I do to everyone else. And I do one or two exclusive videos every month. So thank you, Kevin, and welcome aboard, Matt. You also, if you're a YouTube channel member, you get that funky badge beside your name. And if you're a Patreon supporter, you have the ability to send me a direct message. As everyone knows, I do not check my Instagram. Ooh, I haven't even updated that in forever. Lisa says on the last day of the month, yeah. I often unleash the members video at the last possible moment. There's where you could collect or get a Go Bus or a Viva Bus. As I mentioned, the transit agency segregation will end tomorrow. So I wonder if in future developments, if we'll just see the TTC platforms mixed in with Vaughan, Brampton, Mississauga, and all the different bus agencies. You're literally going to be able to step off of one and on the other without paying another fee. At least I think that's right. Yes, we are at Hendon on the right, and that'll take you along the Finch Hydro Corridor. So just pop over that way. Bishop Avenue on the left. Now we're going to get some of that Yonge and Finch vibe, if that's even a thing. Ronald loves Toronto so much. Good evening, everyone. Glad you love it. Ronald, as do I. You'd have to be standing out here in this weather at this time. Or I guess watching it on a Friday night. But you'll notice considerably more pedestrian traffic from this point on, I would think. There's going to be more happening on the streets, more bars and restaurants, but we're still very much uptown. Liberty Tree says I should make special emojis. Yeah, I've thought about that. I don't really have the bandwidth to do a lot of those extra things. We'll see. That burrito place used to be a John Anderson's. There's a Chinese style bar. I would have got a closer look, but there are a lot of people standing out in front. Chris Mills wonders if you can get from Keswick to Finch Station in 2 hours. I have no clue. So according to Jeff from the Travel Fun 69 channel, it's going to hit -13 tonight. Shauna says, I hope you're doing well. I hope to visit TO soon. I'm doing well. I kind of wish I was still in Thailand about now. I posted a video on the Johnny Stumbles channel walking along a beach. Secret Garden Florist. Professional tea. I would like some amateur tea, please. So we're at the northern terminus of the TTC right now. Okay, let's make this light. And this is Yonge and Finch. Mark D loved my beach walk. Thank you, Mark D. Is my next trip to a hot place. That might be a wise thing to wonder or guess. I used to work in that building complex over there, the North American Center. Naquan Korean restaurant has been there forever. I think that Vietnamese restaurant is fairly new. There's a Finch Terminal Go bus. And as predicted, a lot more people on the sidewalks. There are plans to reduce the lane of traffic, reduce the lanes of traffic, widen the sidewalks, add protected bike lanes. I think we're still 3 years out from seeing that start to get put into action, but it'll immensely improve the vibe of this area. There's the Good Luck Hong Kong Cafe. Donggukjang. It's a Korean billiards hall. Taiwanese fried chicken. Cam says this is hot pot weather. Goals Lanzu noodle. Hey, how do stop signs work? Didn't even try to stop. It's okay. I've got a BMW. Good Luck is not the name of a restaurant you want to eat at. That place has an old school Pac-Man machine. That is packed. Don't get run over by a cop. Did you see that video of that cop turning and like hitting a woman? And then the cop asked if she was okay. She was like, yeah, but you hit me. And then the cop drove away, and apparently the police investigated that. I use investigate in air quotes, and determined that that was not a collision and that no further action would be taken. Like, what? The guy didn't yield to a pedestrian, hit the pedestrian. They're like, no, we investigated that. That was fine. You can do that. No charge laid. We all know if that was not a police officer and a cop saw that, they would 100% be charging that driver. Hey, it's Miss Fu and Chengdu. They've got a location down at Yonge and Isabella. Chris G saw that video? Yeah, it's a pretty appalling video. Like the police vehicle struck the pedestrian, she dropped her phone. Yeah, he stopped, I guess, kind of in time. Not soon enough to prevent hitting her, but... At the very least, that is a fail to yield. If you're not going to ding them with an outright collision. Lisa says, shout out to the biking lawyer. Yeah. Representing vulnerable road users, Dave Shellnut. Hello, Cliff. Myeonggrong hot dog. I actually really like this part of North York. And the reason for that is so many times you see a condo and big development go up on a main street. And what do? They put in giant retail units because it is better to lease retail out to just a few big corporate clients. And that's why you often see banks move in there and big chains and that sort of thing. Places that are more likely to consistently pay a high rent. But here, there's a number of small units attracting a great variety of different businesses. And I really think this is something we should be copying more often in new developments around the city. It just adds so much more character to the neighborhood. Not to mention give small business owners more opportunities. It's just win-win-win. Pretty sure the banks will get by. They can still find a spot, but you also see it across the street. That is just so rare in new condo developments. Chris says the pedestrian was charged with hitting a police car, but I think this is terrific. There's that place, Celebrity Hairstylist. Was that the one that was advertising like $10 haircuts? But apparently they're impossible to actually get that price. One of the places in here was guilty of that. And there's even a lot of small storefronts down this side street here. I normally wander down there and take a look. But I kind of want to get to the light festival before 10. Wonky Barbecue and Bar. Wonder if there really is someone named Wonky, or if that's just a play on W-O-N-K-Y. Alex says the cop, or someone was defending. Sorry, I haven't been following the chat so closely. There's how I'm reading it. Am I riding the bike really slow on the sidewalk? Well, that would make me an asshole. No, I don't ride my bike on the sidewalk ever. We are walking, but I'm using the Pocket 3. It's got gimbal stabilization. I guess not ever. If I was in a place where that was the acceptable method to get around, I might do that. We're at Churchill Avenue. I buy vinyl. Marge, $5 for Kleenex or hot chocolate. My choice. Well, I just picked up a lot of tissue, but I guess you can hear the sniffle starting to kick in. But thank you, Moderator Marge, for the $5. Oops. Continue live stream. I almost ended the live stream there. A hot chocolate. Sounds like it'll be just what the doctor ordered. That's neat, Lisa. Hope you enjoy that band. Restaurants I will never go to in a million years. Mr. Fish. Machi Machi. Yeah, I ran into the manager of this St. Louis. He told me to come in anytime. I still need to take him up on that. But for a chain restaurant, that place is pretty solid. I go to the one near Yonge and Eglinton fairly often in the summer. They have one of the best patios in that area. I blinked and we're over 520 viewers. Thank you. If you're new to the channel, I go live like 3-4 times a week, randomly. So do hit that bell icon if you want to be notified when I do decide to go live. I think I'm having a standoff with Instagram at the moment. Where are you going? Where are you going? Into the middle of the crossing? Are you signaling? Oh, you go. Turning left, apparently. Okay. But I have not posted on Instagram since I was in Thailand, I think. Let's see how long I can hold out. Billy T watched Live Aid last night. Such a great collection of bands. I wasn't even aware that was on. Tomorrow night is Bellator versus PFL champs. A pretty solid non-UFC MMA card. And I think that's where there used to be a struck tube. And we are in danger of not really getting to see much of the Light Festival. But the good news is I recorded that earlier in a much higher quality. Lisa says not seeing my feet is merciful. Oh, I got to get myself next to a beach or a pool and post some feet on the lounger, beer between the legs pictures. That's Dalgonde. That's a pretty excellent Korean barbecue restaurant. Their location near Yonge and Dundas can be borderline impossible to get into if you go on a Friday or Saturday evening. Corner Cafe, brunch, dessert, bubble tea, board game. That's too bad. They only sprung for one board game. Not really feeling like some dried nuts and fruits. Johnny, need a foot massage? No. If you give me a foot massage, I will kick you in the face. Not intentionally. but that's just my reaction if anyone or anything touches my feet. There's a ramen restaurant. I was in Phuket a long time ago, and I paid for a fish foot bath. Those ones where the fish kind of eat all the crap off of your feet. And I sat down after paying, and within seconds, my feet were right back out of that fish tank. And I just kind of smiled and was like, you can keep my money there. I'm not going to go ahead with the next 30 minutes of torture. I don't know what the hell I was thinking. But we're going to cross the street here because we are going to catch the Light Festival. You're welcome, Oliver. All the way from Germany. There's a Cineplex over there. But we're gonna check out some lights, the North York Enchanted Lights. I personally kind of feel like some Wendy's. But prepare. I don't know if to be amazed is the word, but to see some lights. I think the Griswold still had more lights up than this entire festival. But this should be going on February 10th through March 20th from 5 p.m. until 10 p.m. And they advertised something called Sugar Lane tonight, saying there would be various vendors selling sweets, but there was no such thing. Got some polar bears. We'll see if there's anyone down on the skating rink. Christina says, looks like Christmas again. Charlie Bean says, great place for some Instagram selfies. I don't know about that. RD loves the lights. Well, I recorded this in HDR tonight, so that should be, oh no, the dreaded commercial music. That should be on the channel at some point. There's just one person out on the rink. Two people. I must be blind. Lane McLeod, against my will, I am now remembering Mel Lastman, the final North York mayor and first mayor of the amalgamated megacity of Toronto. This is the old North York City Hall, now North York Civic Center. They used to hold, I think, a pretty big New Year's Eve festival here. That's no longer a thing. I last came up here to experience a Winter Village Christmas festival, and sadly, despite being advertised as being open, it was not. So I guess I'm not fully surprised that their promised Sugar Lane or Sugar Rush was not set up. So I didn't tell them that Christmas is over. Hey, maybe they got all these lights at a discount. They're definitely winter themed with a lot of Christmas colors. Yeah, the farmer's market here is pretty good. I bought a lot of craft beer from one year. This is kind of neat. Just before we walk down that way, they do have this. I don't know if this is worth looking at, but Young North York Yabon, and that's probably why the food vendors aren't set up. This is a Friday night though. This thing randomly set up over here.
Schedule a meeting. You just type in the thing.
All right, Ali from Iraq, you're welcome. I think I'm going to cross over to the other side of the street here, as I came up on this side recording my video earlier tonight, just to not backtrack the same stretch of Yonge Street. There's a Jack Astor's. But man, it is getting cold. It was like -6 when I started this. And -7 now, according to my phone. Greetings, Harjot. Toronto is the capital of Canada. No, it is the capital of Ontario. Whoa, right through the red light. Good thing I did not step onto the street when I had a walk sign there. I would have been turned into a human pancake. Fresh burger. Authentic poutine, $8.45. Tastes good like a hamburger should. Can't argue with that motto. SG says Toronto is the downtown of Canada. It's also the center of the known universe. Do I have life insurance? I do not. Hey, why was that comment timed out? That must have been a mistake. There's Cafe Landwehr, Pizzeria Libretto. Matt says North York is so dangerous. Oh, it's terrible design. It's not conducive to driving safely. Toronto won against New York in OT. Which sport? I don't really follow the Leafs that much. Tim Hortons, DLK Dental. So if you're just tuning in, we started up in the city of Markham, believe it or not, and went south down Yonge Street through Newtonbrook into Willowdale. I'm making my way down to Shepherd Yonge Station. There's a Galleria supermarket across the street. If I have free time, come visit Thailand. You'll make pad thai for me to eat. I was just in Thailand a week and a half ago. Or maybe 2 weeks ago. I am not lying. I had pad thai once. My friend Dehan, who I went with, he had pad thai a billion times. Silver CS, $20. Thanks for the Koh Samet vids. Gives me something to aspire to. Silver CS. Thank you so much for the $20 and the super chat. Glad you enjoyed the Koh Samet or Koh Samed, some say T, some say D, videos. If you're wondering, that is an island. That's about a 2.5 hour car ride from Bangkok. And then you can take a ferry or a speedboat. And then you're on a beautiful tropical island. We went there on my last trip. I posted some videos. And a walk from there today on the Johnny Stumbles channel. Grill Great. I think that's a grilled cheese. Burger sandwich pizza. And it is packed. Grillies, burger, burrito, taco, salad. They're all over the place. Mama's Pizza. Sushimoto. Tonkatsu. So it was right across the street, actually, just a little bit north of here. in December when the channel rolled over 100,000. I think my watch is telling me I just hit 20,000 steps today. All right, Lisa, have a great evening. You'll hear a lot of Korean being spoken in this area. Hey, Mr. Audi, I think your turn signal is not working. It says it's amazing how many food options there are. I was reading on Reddit and someone today said this is the greatest city in the world for food and they would die on that hill. And you know what? It's hard to argue with that. We literally have authentic and local versions of just about everything. Yeah, you can find some cuisine that is bested elsewhere. Like, I don't think our Mexican could hold up to what you'll find in California. Our best pizza might not quite hold up to what you'll find in New York, but overall, like, holy shit, there's nothing you can't get here. There's a basil box. The bone biscuit. Sounds like a dog food place. Turn signals are optional for privileged people. There's an I'm Perfect Fresh Eats Blaze Pizza. I can smell that McDonald's from here. That distinct McDonald's smell is wafting. Is Longo's Loblaws? I don't believe it is. So I'll walk to the southernmost entrance to Shepherd Young. Just for something to do, let's cross the street here. We'll be guided by that McDonald's. Mike T says Five Guys isn't cheap, but it's worth it. It's a pretty solid hamburger, but I think the highlight of Five Guys are the fries, personally. Jeanette says McD's fries. There's a look north, up Young Street. All right, Oliver, thanks for joining. When I thought I might do a live stream tonight, it was like 8 or 9 degrees outside. I wasn't thinking I'd be in warm gloves with a toucan. It's now 10 a.m. in Thailand. That Taco Bell says sells margaritas. That is neat. And they're not mocktail style, they're legit margaritas. Well, my new burger go-to spot is Alouette Go. At least in Midtown, it was Rudy. There's a burger priest there, but I never really cared for that. I have an Alouette Go right around the corner from my home, and they serve up amazing hamburgers. There's a Whole Foods. of food basics in there. And a Timmy's. That sign, that parking sign, always makes me think there's a Popeyes in there. Longo sells PC products. I don't think it's part of PC though. Maybe they just have a deal because they don't have a house brand. Someone will fill us in. But here's where, if this were summertime, I would keep going and head down to York Mills. But we've been hit with some pretty cold weather. I don't think I can get too much further without losing signal. But if I do lose the signal, I want to thank everyone for tuning in. Thanks to our mods. They're great. We lost signal. Well, that was a bird-brained idea. Dathan Gittins, $1. Dathan Gittins, thank you so much for $1 at the buzzer. I apologize for that connection snafu. But now we know I'm not going to be able to stream down in Shepherd Young Station. But again, I want to thank our mods for their great work, channel members, Patreon supporters, and just everyone who came out and tuned in. It was a lot of fun. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit the bell to be notified when we go live next. And I have a video tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. EST. There's one pretty much every morning at that time that'll be premiering. Gimbal reached its limit. End live stream. No, continue live stream. There we go. All right. Thank you so much, everyone. I am going to end the stream. Stay warm, stay safe, and I will